This is True Stories We Just Made Up. I'm JT Farva.
And I'm Ray McGuff.
You're still Ray McGuff?
Still to this day.
Holy snikes.
Drinking a beer?
Hold on. I drank all my beer before we started this, so I got a little buzz.
Yeah.
This one might get a little weird.
Farva's been rambling on and on for about fucking conspiracy theories for the last 30 minutes.
I still believe we landed on the moon, and it's made of cheese.
Gouda.
I thought it was a nice brie. I like a nice soft cheese when I lay it on.
I like a nice soft brie, too, if you know what I'm saying. Brie Larson, if you're listening. This is for
Didn't
you.
she have AIDS? Is that Brie Olson? The
If-
girl who had sex with Charlie Sheen.
I don't know if either one. I'll fuck them.
Brie Larson looks good. Did you watch The Room?
I
I would
did.
keep her in a room.
Yeah. I keep her in a room, too.
That sounds
In a room.
exactly like something we would do.
In a room of passion.
By passion, we mean 45 seconds of I'm humping you and it hurts to I'm going to go to sleep for 45 minutes.
Passion for me is if my hip's working right, you're going to get the full range of motions. If not, you're going to get on top and just ride it till it's done, baby.
I pretty much just try to make it hurt and then bring you a passion fruit.
I, on the other hand,
Or a Snapple.
am a soft and tender lover.
Soft and tender. I don't think that's a thing.
I don't care.
You've never been soft and tender.
All the hookers I banged said I was soft and tender.
You know what I like to do? I like to take my hands and rub them in sand for an hour before I touch anybody. Because I wanted to feel like I just did some work that day.
I had a sandy vagina once. Not me personally.
What's her name? Sandy?
Yeah.
She had a vagina?
She did. Yeah. But again, this is True Stories.
We just made up.
And so we'd like to do a few true stories we just made up.
I got to be honest with you. I didn't make anything up this week. This is all true.
Me neither.
Or did I make it up?
I have a lot of true stories that happened to me too.
Really? That's good because I got to be honest with you, man. Like I spent this since we did our last cast, I went to this village, right? I hung out at this village and
With the whole village?
the whole village,
They came
like a
out with their
hippie
huts
commune.
Okay.
They ate a lot of berries. I don't know where they were there from. A lot of people were a little turquoise, I think, a little off kilter. There's only one bitch in this, or chick. I'm very sorry, you can't say bitch anymore.
Lesbian.
because It's ask me or text me or whatever that name is. There was only one girl there.
Text me too.
And a bunch of people. There was like a hefty smear and a papa smear. And
Oh, I'm
hefty.
familiar with
Remember
that.
hefty smear?
I've heard of pap smear.
Pap smear was the doctor. There's only one girl, and Papa Schmear made her.
Yeah.
And like I think out of cookies.
I've heard of this land
Yeah,
before.
it was very nice.
Snorkels, right?
I think I lived in snorkels. The snorks. We lived in these huts that kind of looked like penises. And then like the Mario Brothers just came and smashed them. Very weird, but
So this all happened within the last time that we've done.
yeah. But I did do some mescaline.
Oh,
So.
spoiler alert! It ends well for everyone.
But it turns out we just all banged this one girl called Smearette, and we just kind of banged her. We took turns. I got sloppy 18th. Lucky number draw. I'm glad I wasn't 27. There's a lot of no-name smears. We ate smearberries, and this guy named Gargasmell and his cat Ariel used to chase us around. I need those smearberries. They had a cereal come out and didn't do very well.
So just to get this straight, this village of off-blue people, turquoise,
Almost like Avatar.
were chased by
James Cameron
were
copyright.
being chased constantly by an old man who wanted in on some of their weird role playing.
Basically, it was basically a molester scene. If you really go back and think about it, I need those smearberries, and he had a cat. And it was crazy. He lived in like a cottage by himself with a cat. So you can imagine what that guy did for a living.
That's
I'm gonna smearberry you, And then everybody always said, "Smear, yeah." I'm gonna do some smear stuff.
I'm gonna do a little line of smear right now.
There was no such thing as smear, but you put it on your bagel, and then you got really high and you just kind of danced around the woods. But it just turned out I was at Legoland in California, and I destroyed a lot of things. Yeah, on mescaline.
Jesus.
And I raped 47 men. So prison terms are coming up.
Yeah.
I thought they were smear F, but they were just some dudes that just showed up when I raped them.
Oh man,
It's not gay if you're on top. True story.
true story.
I,
Boy, that's a weekend right there. That's a weekend.
that was one day.
Oh my god.
Don't fly to California and do any smear berries.
Well, I'll never fly again, so you don't have to worry about that.
Oh, I've been there.
Well, that's a interesting story.
That's a true story I just made up.
I don't know how I can follow that other than it was Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day?
I'd
or
say Valentine's Day. Okay. Valentine's Day. Did you partake?
I just watched a lot of girl on girl porn and and doing the rest by myself.
I had this first year I had a Valentine.
Good. I'm glad to hear it because I was a little worried about you.
Yeah, I met her last week, actually. So it was our first Valentine's Day. It was really weird, but I actually was at the grocery store and I was in the produce aisle. And
Which grocery store? Because it means
Kroger. I'm sorry, Kroger. I went Kroger.
Kroger or Kroger?
Krogering.
Are you saying Pam or Pan?
I went Krogering and I met her in the produce aisle. She was not very talkative at first, but we got to warm up, and she has a little bit of a deformity. Okay,
I'm willing to hear it.
She's bald. Now
Okay.
I'm cool with that.
Like Vin Diesel bald?
She's like Vin Diesel bald.
Okay.
But
Sinead O'Connor. We'll say Sinead O'Connor.
But man, I'm a fucking man, so I just like her personality, and we really had a really good time, and so I took her out to Applebee's for a nice VD day.
VD day.
The
old
VD
VD Applebee's. I got you. By the Mire, huh?
Yeah, it was. They're having that 2-for-1 special you see on the TV.
I saw it on the old television.
And I had this really amazing night planned, so we ate there, and I had 2 nights planned. I had the night at the hotel planned, but then I had a backup plan where I came back to my apartment and took large amounts of Prilosec and fucking
OTC, right?
Yeah, the OTC, and then a little Tums, just in case the baby back ribs started giving me the bubble guts because I didn't want to shit myself.
Did you have some baby back ribs?
I had baby back ribs, buddy. That's what I do.
Chili's is famous for them.
Well, Chili's baby back ribs are good, and they're in a commercial. Applebee's baby back ribs, they're to die for.
Don't they have Jamie Kennedy cooking those, or is it Jamie?
Well, at my Applebee's down the road here, there's a guy that looks like Jamie Kennedy.
I'm sure it's Jamie Kennedy because he's done nothing else.
It's not
since
him,
Malibu's
though.
Most Wanted.
Jamie Kennedy is a very funny comedian, and I'll hear no talk otherwise. But Jamie Kennedy was not cooking there. It was a guy that looked very similar to him, who didn't have any ambition other than to cook these sweet ass.
He didn't want to be a
ribs.
Malibu's Most Wanted. I get it.
So, but luckily for me, I ate my dinner. I was polite. We had great conversation. As we're driving to the hotel, because I was like, "Hey, I got a surprise for you," she was kind of quiet during the ride, but she was like, "Oh my God, what's going to happen here next?" But we're driving to the hotel, and
Gotcha.
I was like, "Yeah, I'm totally, really just psyched to meet you. Somebody that's on my level, somebody that gets me,
Okay, so you didn't pull your penis out half hard and say, my gear shift stuck. Okay.
No, not on this ride.
Okay.
But, so we get to the hotel. I had already been there earlier in the day, had laid rose petals down, had a bottle of champagne.
Champagne?
A little
champagne? The old
champagne.
champagne?
Yes, which was just Miller High Life. The
champagne of beers. I get it.
But
had the lady on it.
Yeah, so we get there, and the first time you're with somebody new, it's always awkward because you start to get undressed. And I was getting undressed. She seemed like she was wanting me to get undressed first, so I took my clothes off slowly, one by one, and then I walked over to her and I rubbed my hand across her head, and I was like, "Listen, this doesn't matter to me at all."
Gotcha.
And then I took my thumb and I poked it into the watermelon. And I put my dick in it.
Did you microwave it first?
No, it was just lukewarm.
Was it weird when you were at Applebee's with a watermelon?
The server gave us some looks, but this is 2018.
Did you draw a face on the watermelon?
This is 2018. I can date who I want to date.
Right.
Okay?
Like you can do whatever you want to do in 2019.
And you know what? I wrecked that ass.
I can only imagine.
It was...
Did the watermelon look shocked? Or was it just...
Well...
Did it have like a look on her face like, I can't believe this is happening?
She was actually imported, so her name was Watermelon.
Did you get the square watermelon from Japan?
It was her name was Watermelon.
Watermelon. That's very French.
But yeah, and then after I got done coming in that watermelon, I realized my life is sad.
And then I ate some watermelon.
I watched some more porn on the television box and cleaned myself up. And
I would have done the same.
I threw the watermelon in the trash. It's not really my finest moment, but she did comfort me as I was doing it. She's like, "I'm destroyed." So I threw it away.
You know, it's funny. My Valentine's Day was kind of similar because I was like a Pert Plus commercial where I just watched some girl on girl porn and rinsed and repeated about 5 or 6 times. So
now I don't want to get any hate mail about fucking a watermelon, okay? Because she wanted it. She was all for it. All right.
Right, yeah, I can imagine. I mean, she wasn't going anywhere. If you maybe greased her up a little bit, she could have slid out.
I was fine with her deformity. She was fine with mine.
So that was her deformity. I get it. I would have got one from Japan. They're square. They don't go anywhere. They stay in the same position you put them in. Not that I know. Bum, bum, bum.
I kind of liked the rolling motion.
It's very comfortable.
So that was my Valentine's
Well, happy
Day.
Valentine's Day, sir.
Thank you. We're planning a wedding in about 8 months.
Is it the same watermelon, or did you get somebody a little younger?
No, it's the same one.
That's going to be gross. Get to the wedding. I got to be honest with you, dude. There's going to be a lot of dumper in her.
It's a very much American love story. In about 8 months, I'm going to realize she was the only watermelon for me, and I'm going to run to the dump to find her.
Our baby looks like a weeble wobble.
And when I find
smells
her,
really good.
When I find her after digging through mountains of trash, she'll just be a cum-covered watermelon.
That got real.
Yeah. Oh man.
That was actually a very good story. I'm glad you had sex with that watermelon.
Thank you. And
I would have warmed her up though.
She was glad too. Trust me.
I put a good face on her, not the shocked one that everybody.
That's right. She was happy about
Produce should not look shocked.
I just want everybody to know, too, as I was taking my clothes off, I may have been humming the national anthem.
Oh, that's something else. Whenever I'm having sex with Produce, I just sing that song from Aerosmith. There goes my old girlfriend.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Pink. Pink, that's my favorite color.
Because it's red at that point. It's not really pink in a watermelon. I like cantaloupe myself because you can warm them up and they feel very real.
I'm just not a big fan of cantaloupes.
Hey, listen. As a disclaimer, please don't get Produce and fuck it.
Yeah, guys, listen.
You can get scurvy.
In all seriousness, don't put your wiener in there.
If you're going to do it, rub a lime around the area you're going to fuck so you don't get scurvy.
Actually, you know what? Rub a lime around the outside of your balls. I don't know why. Just do it. I don't know. It sounds like fun.
The best thing about having sex with Produce is you don't have to shave your balls because they don't expect.
The best. You know what the best thing about Produce? What fucking Produce was? Is that after I was done, I didn't have to apologize. I just went.
And
That's the best
delicious.
I have.
And watermelon's delicious.
And watermelon didn't care.
The top half was great. I had to keep the mouth open for future deposits.
So that's what on for
the Bank of Columbus Watermelon.
Yeah.
Only taking deposits.
I'll tell you now. It makes sense though now that when I ordered an appletini for the watermelon at the Applebee's, that the waitress gave me this stink eye.
Yeah. The other thing is this is the exact same way that Revenge of the Tomatoes started in the B movie. Somebody had sex with a tomato.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
So it's going to be Attack of the Killer Watermelons because Randy's going to have offspring.
So, but in all seriousness, guys, I didn't fuck a watermelon for Valentine's Day. I did what I always do every year. I came home, I locked myself away in a dark room, and I cried until I fell asleep.
I did the same thing except I jerked off 16 times to girl-on-girl porn.
Oh. I couldn't even jerk off because the week leading up to it, I had been chafed from all the jerking.
Oh, no, I rubbed all the skin off my penis. It looked like those textbooks, where they do all the pins in there with just the muscle.
Just the muscle, yeah.
Yeah, I had to put some salve on it.
Yeah. Well, what do you want to do? You want to tell another story?
I don't know. That was pretty good. Yeah. I don't know if we can top those stories.
Top that.
I'd like to rant a little bit. I'd like to be angry about something.
Let's do this. Is this segment we call 14 minutes and 54 seconds in rant.
Just yell at people.
What do you hate?
We should do missed encounters.
We should do what?
We should do missed encounters.
Oh, yeah. Missed encounters.
Dear woman at the grocery store, I loved your fupa. I wanted to put my head under it like an umbrella because it was raining. But you had 3 kids in the cart.
Dear very, very, very tall woman at work, I know looking at your tits seems a little bit uncouth, but let's be honest, I'm 5'6" and you're 7 foot tall. So what the fuck do you suppose I do?
Are you hanging out with Brigitte Nelson?
Brigitte.
If you don't know who that is, watch Rocky 4.
Missed encounter. Go.
Missed encounter. Dear girl with the popsicle at the end of my road. You were 27 years old. There's no reason to need a popsicle like you're a whore. But I will call you.
Dear 27-year-old girl at the end of my road. Get a popsicle. ASAP.
Orange.
Or and
watermelon.
suck it like you mean it.
Or watermelon.
Suck it like you might go back to another world.
Dear Push Pops, don't make me look gay. That's all I had for that. That's all I figured I needed.
Dear Strawberry Crunch, don't make me look gay in the summertime with your strawberry deliciousness all running down my fingers and whatnot.
Missed encounter.
Missed encounter.
Dear Captain Crunch, please make a cereal that doesn't cut the roof of my mouth as I eat you immediately. I hate having to soak you in the milk for 16 minutes.
Dear Captain Crunch, what the fuck are you? A captain of?
I knew Captain Crunch when he was a commander.
Yeah.
And I got to be honest with you, he wasn't that swabby. He wasn't that swabby. Swabby.
He wasn't that swabby. Missed encounter. Go.
Missed encounter. Dear Dexter, quit staring at my junk. Missed encounter.
Missed encounter. Dear diary, why has God forsaken me? Lord, if you're out there, give me a sign. By a sign, I mean maybe a brunette with some big old titties, with a washboard stomach and an ass that you could eat lime ice cream off of. Why lime? Because I like lime. Missed encounter.
Missed encounter. Dear Axl Rose, why the hell is November Rain 18 minutes long? We only needed 7 minutes of that song. And Slash could have done 5 minutes on karaoke. Why did you wake up out of bed sweating like you were going to die? You look like the Pillsbury Doughboy right now. I watched you walk out on a concert one day like you were going to be all excited singing Welcome to the Jungle, but you ran a little too fast and you went, Welcome to the Jungle! Missed encounter.
Dear Axl Rose, the Chinese don't want a democracy. Missed encounter. Go.
That was good. Yeah. Missed encounter. SpongeBob SquarePants. Are you banging Patrick the Star? Because I think you are. Missed encounter.
Patrick from SpongeBob SquarePants. Call me. Missed encounter.
He seems like a generous lover. I'll give you that one. Missed encounter. Harry Plopper. In the Half-Hard Prince, our last episode.
Yes.
Why did you touch me with a banana and my no parts? Missed encounter.
Missed encounter. Lady staring at me as I was driving to work today at the stoplight on Roberts Road. You can have all this dick. Missed encounter.
Missed encounter. Lady staring at me at the welfare office. I know I look good, but I need some welfare too. Don't look at me like I'm baby back ribs from Chili's, not Applebee's.
Applebee's has the best burger.
Missed encounter.
Dear Streetwalker, I don't know how to get in touch with you other than doing this. Please call me at 555-555-5555.
That's a lot of fives.
I'm homeless. Bye. Missed encounter.
Missed encounter. Dear Streetwalker, $5 is more than enough money to put your thumb in my butt. And try to pretend like I'm Doc Brown from Back to the Future. Missed encounter.
Dear woman at my job. Any single one of them.
Just a blanket statement.
I will go out with you. Missed encounter.
Missed encounter. Dear Kate Beckinsale, your vampire movies are starting to get horrible. If you want a guy that has like a mediocre job and a little bit of penis that will love you forever, please don't call me because I think you're used up. Mr. Counter.
Oh, wow. Dear Catherine Winnick from the Vikings TV show on the History Channel. If you would give me a chance...
That's very specific.
I know. We're getting specific now. If you would give me a chance, I would be a generous lover, much like the watermelon from earlier in the broadcast. I promise to be faithful.
Just like the one.
Because, come on, nobody really wants me anyways. But I promise to also let you lead when we dance. And we will dance a lot. Because I love to dance. I like to laugh when no one's watching. Live life to its fullest. And laugh like no one's watching. Missed encounter.
Missed encounter. Dear Smurfette, I know you have my cock ring. Give it back. Care of P.O. Box 5000, Oakland, California. That's pretty good.
One more. Dear Tom Brady, fuck you. Missed encounter. Missed pass. Missed encounter.
Missed encounter. Dear Kroger's, very sorry for shitting on your floor the other day. I wasn't wearing underwear and a skirt. It's just what I do. Missed encounter.
All right, that's been Missed Encounters.
That was actually pretty good.
That's pretty good. We've got, I'd say, 5 minutes left.
5 minutes? What can we do in 5 minutes?
Well, I'm going to drink the rest of this beer. Hold on.
I'm going to sing a song from Ren and Stimpy. Log rolls downstairs, over in pairs, and even your neighbor's dog. It's great for a snack, it fits on your back. It's log, log, log. It's log, it's log. It's big, it's heavy, it's wood. It's log, it's log. It's better than bad, it's good.
Hey!
We got Mexican real quick.
I like to take this time to rant about something that I hate that annoys me. And I'll tell you this real quick. I hate when I go into a public restroom nowadays, especially at my job, and somebody is in the urinal on their cell phone pissing and talking at the same time.
I love it.
So what I do in this situation, usually I'll be in the stall. When they start talking, I'll immediately flush the toilet, and then when it's done, I'll go, oh,
I hate roosters.
God, that burns. What else I've done, I'm going to tell you, just you listeners, because there's 7 of you.
We have 7?
I created a poster at my desk that says, this is so great. It says cell phone usage prohibited beyond this point. And then I took it into the men's restroom and hung it up on the wall immediately as you walk in. So it looks like an official document from my company. So I can't wait to see what happens this week if it stops these people from even bringing their cell phones into the restroom. I'm basically a fucking hero.
I think you should have put up that toilet seats give you hepatitis, and people would be like, I'm not sitting down ever again.
Oh, man, that's great. If they tear it down, that's what I'm going to do, listeners. If they tear it down, I'll just start putting up, like, random things. Like, fun fact, cell phones carry...
Like Fight Club.
Yeah, cell phones carry germs.
You can fertilize your lawn with motor oil.
Did you know? Yeah. The more you know.
Yeah.
I want to put that up. Cell phones carry gingivitis.
Just the weirdest stuff.
Yeah.
You can get AIDS from shaking hands.
And I'm just going to keep doing it until either A, I get caught, or B, I get caught.
Just keep putting shit up.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep doing it.
I do have a rant, though, I have to complain about.
Hit us.
So I was watching the evening news. Some channel, not Channel 10 or 6 or 4, one of those 3 major networks, because I don't want to call anybody out. But they said the new strain of gonorrhea is very hard to kill.
Yeah.
Like, you can't beat it with a stick. It's beat penicillin.
Yeah. So be careful, kids out there.
So I just want to yell at gonorrhea. Stop being better than who you are.
Yeah. Why are you the one that comes back?
Right?
You know, like I don't have to worry about AIDS anymore, but I worry about drip dick.
Listen. Magic Johnson's lived forever with
Yeah.
AIDS. He is down to 1 aid.
Yeah.
Listen,
He has 1 aid.
but the gonorrhea now is very hard to kill.
Yeah.
They sent in like Navy SEALs, Army Rangers. It's not stopping the gonorrhea.
They have a tactical strategic force called Ganananya.
Gonorrhea. So now you have to walk out there and do it. It's like Have you ever seen the show Lost? That's where you go when you get gonorrhea.
Yeah, and they should. They should probably gonorrhea in motherfuckers on an island.
They keep having sex. It smells like an old man's shoe, but we keep fucking you. Are you wearing old man's shoe, ma'am? Yes. It's not gonorrhea. It's that clone old man's shoe.
And ladies, what are you doing with your vaginas that comes up with, penicillin-resistant gonorrhea? What kind of laboratories you got down there?
I've seen some weird porn, though. I've seen some people put some shit in there.
I one time fucked a woman in Canada. And her vagina was
Is that like Narnia?
Yeah, it is. And her vagina was like the puzzle box from Hellraiser. I wonder if it's like that.
Did Pinhead come out?
Yeah, like if you rub the wrong way, then you get gonorrhea.
Dear gonorrhea. Please don't show up at my house.
Right.
Missed encounter.
But so that's where we're at right now. This is a new episode. We're going to try to do these more frequently.
I like the missed encounters.
Yeah, I think that might be our new thing we do. Missed encounters.
I know we changed the format so much we don't even understand the show anymore.
I mean, basically, if we lie at the beginning, we do whatever we want with the rest of it. I mean, that's our thing.
Next one's going to be the musical. We're going to do La La Land.
La La Land is that's actually a great idea. Our version of that's just going to be called White People Save Jazz. We're just going to come right out and say
all we do is jazz hands, and we might put a video up of that.
You guys have been lacking on holding jazz up to the whites.
We have lost our credibility since Elijah moved to Texas because he was our black guy, and we do no longer have Ask a Black Guy.
Hold on a second. This just in. Elijah, you're on the ground in Texas. Can you tell me what's going on?
It's hot.
It's hot out there. Get my rain. Things are good. See you in Black Panther tomorrow. I'll tell you about it. All right. Thank you, Elijah. That's been Elijah Bennett.
Yeah, that was not racist at all.
He would love that. He will love it. Don't you fucking people send me any email about it.
We need to get an Asian guy or an Indian guy. I think it'd be fun to have an Indian guy on here with his accent.
I thought you meant Native American.
No, like a
dot,
not feathers.
That would not be fun because all we're.
Oh no, I want to feel guilty if there's a Native American here. This is Lost Bear, everybody. Yeah. Timothy Lost Bear.
This is.
We stole and raped his country, and then we were like, okay,
hi guys,
you can live in Wyoming.
Actually, this just in, we have Jonathan Brokenclaw on. Jonathan Brokenclaw, you're going to come in to give us an update from Wyoming. Me, love you long time.
That's Asian.
Wampum. Wampum cigarette.
Ah, man, this show got real racist.
Casino chips.
We are never going to get any kind of fans other than white people.
Hey, listen. Everybody knows that I offend people equally across the board.
Before we quit this, and I just got to say this, and I don't want to be on a serious note, but I'm really going to kind of be on a serious note because this show has been so funny. I've got to do it. I've got to do this because we're sitting here saying these jokes that are offensive, which I love, actually. These are my favorite kind of jokes. I think if we're not offending somebody, then we're probably not doing our job.
Right.
But I went and watched that movie Split with what's his name? The English actor that's playing Professor X.
Oh, yeah, James McAvoy.
James McAvoy. I watched Split, right?
It was good.
It's a great movie, by the way. Just so you guys know, watch the movie. So I'm watching the movie. Like I didn't watch it, and I read some reviews online before I watched it, and I'm like, do I really want to watch this movie? Is it really good? And you get like all these reviews right up front that says, hey, this is a great movie. This is a great movie. And I'm like, okay, this is a great movie. And then I get a little further down on the page, and there's like these people giving it 1.5 or half star, no stars, and I'm reading what they're saying because I like to read the negative reviews of what they're saying.
Yeah.
Every negative review was like, it's shining people with mental disability in a bad light. Okay. First of all, the movie's absolutely fantastic. It was a very good movie, well put together. M. Night Shyamalan's probably best movie ever. Did you watch Signs? Just give it a chance. It's very good. And I'm going, doesn't every killer movie put people with mental illness in a bad light? Like, did you see Psycho? Lecter. The guy had his Criminal Minds on TV pretty much puts everybody
every fucking week.
So I've decided that everybody gets offended about something, and everybody has like this cause they got to run out and do. And I just want to tell everybody, fuck your cause. Because the reason why people are funny and the reason why people do stuff is because they are outside that line. Because nobody ever showed up one day and said all politically correct comic would ever make anything, because you wouldn't. You know what? You know what the circle said to the square? This is pointless. That kind of joke, and I don't think that's going to make it in mainstream. I think the most offensive things are the things you flash in people's faces, and I'm sick and tired of people bitching about everything. I get that, there's a lot of very worthy causes out there, and they should be, but there also should be some levity in
people should push the envelope.
Yeah,
especially people that do stand up.
If you never push the envelope, you're going to sit at your house and you'll be like, I wrote a thing called "I Got a Boner," and it was all about talking about the bones. The hand bones connect to the wrist bone. And listen,
you should push the limit, though. You should want to be uncomfortable.
There's good taste. There's good taste in comedy, and there are things that need to pass, like what happened here in Florida needs to pass for a while before anybody says anything about anything like that. But there are things that need to be made fun of because people care so passionately about it, and I think that makes your joke more funny. And there are people in the world that only like jokes that are offensive. Or Anthony Jeselnik would never have a career because he says the most offensive things I think anybody could ever say.
I totally agree.
And I think that the world only thrives when people can take something that's horrible and make a joke about it, because that tells you that America's healing just a little bit.
Well, knock knock.
Who's there?
Disenfranchised youth with an AK-47.
Too soon.
Too soon.
I want to sneak up behind you and shoot you in the back of the head like Abraham Lincoln. Oh, that's too soon too. Here's the thing, and I don't want to get on my pedestal. Me and Randy write jokes, and that's what we do. And we tell these stories of levity because you know what, the world needs laughter every single day. And if you don't have a little bit of laughs, and you don't listen to what we have to say, then that's good because we're idiots. But at the end of the day, if you don't make light of situations that are dark, then the world would go on and we would just all be depressed. And the things that's happening in Hollywood with these men sexually harassing women is absolutely an issue. This school shooting is absolutely an issue. But eventually you have to make light of the things that are happening in the world because nothing's ever really changed unless you make light of it. When comedians start telling jokes about something, that's when you know that it's an issue.
Well, I think that to your point, like being able to laugh at the darker times in your life is actually healthy because it gets you over that hump. Yeah, and I don't think that.
But if you don't,
I think that there shouldn't be a table. When some people say we're taking that off the table,
yeah.
I don't think there should be a table. I think that anything should be. I've been to funerals and laughed with friends and relatives. I've been to weddings and cried with friends and relatives. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's the human experience that can't just be bottled down into whether or not you're offensive or happy or sad or whatever, what have you. Sometimes you have to take that pain and channel it somewhere else, and a lot of comedy is through that. And I think that if you're listening right now, then you're probably already hip to that. You know that
things don't offend you because
things aren't as shitty as they seem sometimes, and sometimes they are as shitty as they seem, and you got to laugh through it.
But at the end of the day, you have to laugh at the things that are laughable.
Yeah.
And the thing is that me and Ray, JT Farva and Ray McGuff, we joke about all this stuff in the world because it's a fun thing. And I know the world seems drab sometimes, but if you don't make fun of the things that are drab, then you're not doing your job as a comedian. And sometimes you have to be a little offensive just to get the point across.
And people are like, like, Ray, are you even a comedian? And I say, hey, motherfucker, I get paid to do this.
It is actually true. We are actually stand-up comics because we get paid to do what we do.
That's right. So I can say it.
This little cast we do is something we like to do, but I don't want to end it on something but I want to be serious for 1 second that there's horrible shit in the world. It's always going to happen. And if there's not a hot topic this year, there's going to be another one next year. Maybe it's oranges. Nobody can bruise oranges because oranges have feelings. We don't know. But I got to be honest with you. If it's bruised oranges, I'm going to make fun shit out of that.
I hope it's not watermelon.
I know, because you fucked the watermelon.
Well, on that note, I've been Ray McGuff.
And I've been JT Farva.
Thanks for listening, and stay tuned for more. You can check out our Zombie Takeover TV channel on iTunes. You go to iTunes and search Zombie Takeover TV, and it'll pull it up on iTunes, and then you download it off there in some way. I don't know. I don't really do technology. And you can go to Facebook and Google Zombie Takeover TV Bandcamp // sunshine emojis.
I think that was made up, but that was really good. That sounded real.
But thank you for listening. Stay tuned. No, you stupid motherfuckers. This is a ZTO TV podcast.